Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhakti-vedanta. Okay, yeah. So would like to read, somebody who has not read till now.
Okay, can I read, Prabhu? Dandat Pranam.
Who?
Satananda Shanti.
Okay, yes, Prabhu.
Bhakti Vedanta Veda based Srimad Bhagavatam 10.88 Samar. This chapter describes how it is that the devotee of Vishnu obtained liberation, while the devotees of other deities obtain material opulences. Lord Vishnu passes all opulences, while Lord Shiva lives in poverty. Yeah, the devotees of the Vishnu are generally poverty stricken. Poverty stricken. While Shiva attained abundant wealth when Maharaj Parishit asked Sukadeva Goswami to explain this puzzling fact. The sage replied as follows: Lord Shiva manifests as false ego in three varieties according to the three modes of nature. From this false ego arise the five physical elements and the other transformation of material nature, totaling 16. When a devotee of the Lord Shiva worships his manifestation in any of these elements, the devotee obtains all sorts of corresponding enjoyable opulences. But because Lord Sri Hari is transcendental to the modes of material nature, his devotees also become transcendental. At the end of the performance of his Ashwamedha sacrifices, King Yudhishthira had asked the same question of Lord Krishna, who replied, when I feel special compassion for someone, I gradually deprive him of his wealth. Then the poverty-stricken man's children, wife, other relations, all abandon him. When he again tries to acquire wealth in order to win back his family favor, I mercifully frustrated him so that he becomes disgusted with fruitive work and befriends my devotees. And at the time I bestow upon him my extraordinary grace, then he can become freed from the bondage of material life and attain the kingdom of God, Vaikunta. Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva can each bestow unwithheld favors, but whereas Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are satisfied or angered very quickly, Lord Vishnu is not. In this regard, the Vedic literature relates the following account. Once the demon Vrika asked Narada which god was most quickly pleased, and Narada answered that the Lord saved Lord Shiva was. This Vaikunta went to the holy place of Kedarnatha and began worshipping Lord Shiva by offering pieces of his own flesh and oblations into the fire. Shiva did not appear. Sri Vrika decided to commit suicide by cutting off his head. Just at the crucial moment, Lord Shiva appeared from the sacrificial fire and stopped him, offering the demon whatever boon he chose. Vrika said, may death come to the moment I touched upon the head with my hand. Lord Shiva was obliged to fulfill this request, and at once the wicked Vrika tried to test the prediction by putting his hand on the Lord's head. Terrified, Shiva fled for his life, running as the far heaven and the outer limits of the moral world. Finally, the Lord reached the planet of Shvetadipa, where Lord Vishnu resides. Seeing the desperate Shiva from afar, the Lord disguised himself as the young student and went before Vrigasura. In a sweet voice, he addressed the demon, "My dear Vriga, please rest while and tell us what you intend to do." Vriga was charmed by Lord's words and revealed everything that had happened. The Lord said, even Lord Shiva was cursed by Prajapati Daksha. He has become just like a carnivorous uh,
Hobgoblin.
hip goblin. So you shouldn't trust his word. Better to test his benediction by putting your head on your own head. Bewildered by these words, the foolish demon touched his own head, which immediately shattered and fell to the ground. Cries of victory, obeisances, and well done were heard from the sky, and the demigods, sages, celestial forefathers, and God, grand Gandharvas all congratulated the Supreme Lord by raining down flowers upon him. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes. We can show the PPT. Lord Shiva saved from Brikasur. This is my inquiry about the contrary nature of blessings of Lord Shiva and Vishnu. Absolutely, Lord Vishnu or Lord Shiva and Shukdev. People quote the conversation between Lord Krishna and Vishnu Maharaj to answer question. You can narrate the story of Vikasur, a devotee of Lord Krishna. Vikasur says this, so Lord Vishnu says this. Then Lord Vishnu honors Lord Shiva for his selflessness and Falashruti. That's one slide only.
Yes, bro, one slide.
88. Previous. No. It was 88. No. Go to the.
It's mistake actually, but it should be 89.
Yeah.
Should be 89. Next should be 89. It should be written as 88.
88. Yeah.
Yeah, 89. After that, 90 comes.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So this is the story of Lord Shiva saved from Vrikasur. So first of all, there is description about the nature of Lord Shiva's devotees and Lord Krishna's devotees. So Parikshit Maharaj is asking, Lord Shiva is very poor, but his devotees are very rich. And Lord Krishna is very rich, opulent, but his devotees are poor. Why it is like that? So this is contradiction. Then Shukdev Goswami is telling that because Lord Shiva represents false ego, and from false ego only all the material elements come. False ego in mode of goodness, false ego in mode of passion, false ego in mode of ignorance. So when false ego combines with mode of goodness, what comes out is the which tattva? And it's called mind. And false ego combines with mode of passion comes intelligence. And then false ego combines with mode of ignorance, then comes all these elements, 22 elements. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, and then the sense objects, and then all that. There are 23 elements which comes from false ego combining with mode of ignorance. So Shukdev Goswami is saying, because Lord Shiva represents false ego and these all the elements. So these elements a devotee very easily achieves, the opulence, material opulence. But for Lord Krishna, he is transcendental to all these material elements. So his devotees, they are also transcendental. So they don't get this opulence of these elements, but they get direct liberation, mukti. So only Lord can give mukti. Lord Shiva cannot give mukti. He can give only material opulence. So that is the reason. Lord Shiva represents false ego, and under false ego all the elements come, and that's why devotees of Lord Shiva, they get all the elements, that is Aishwarya. But Lord Krishna is transcendental to these elements, so that's why his devotees are also transcendental to these elements, and they don't get these elements, which is material opulence. They get direct spiritual opulence, that is mukti, very easily. So that's what Sukha Goswami explains. So Lord Shiva, he is very detached and he hardly wears anything. And when Lord Shiva first time build a house, first time when he built house, there was a Griha Pravesh, Vastu Shanti. What do you say in South India?
Graha Pravesh.
Griha Pravesh.
Yes, Graha Pravesh.
We say here Vastu Shanti.
We say Graha Pravesh.
Griha Pravesh, okay. The new house, and Parvati was so happy. अरे कुछ तो लाया इन्होंने, नहीं तो पेड़ के नीचे ही हम रहते थे हमेशा. Wow, 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 nice. There was the 3 BHK big house, and Lord Shiva somehow manifested that house, and Parvati was very very happy, and they called all the saints and sadhus for this Griha Pravesh. And then there was a huge event and pomp and celebration, and then while going, Lord Shiva said, I will give each one some donation, and each one was coming in line, and Rishi guest, and then Lord Shiva was giving something, and at the end one Rishi remained, and when he came in front of Lord Shiva had nothing to give gift now. Lord Shiva thought, my God, now this guest has come and I don't have anything to give. So do you know what Lord Shiva gave to that guest?
The house.
House only, Hari Bol. And they were back again to square one under the tree. Parvati said, Arey Deva, itna ghar, itna asha, itna. I was thinking, hum ghar mein rahenge, sukh shanti se. Nice 3 BHK we had got. And Lord Shiva gave that as a donation. So any of the grahasthas are like that today? Huh? He's Ashutosh.
Ashutosh.
Yeah, Ashutosh means he is very satisfied very quickly. But he gave away the house only. So Parvati was so much anxiety. So they don't have house. After that, then Parvati left any desire. She gave up any desire of having house only. She also stays there under the tree. The huge tree is the banyan tree under which Lord Shiva stays. So we see similarly in life of Tukaram Maharaj also, na? Tukaram Maharaj also was like detached. You heard that story that once Tukaram Maharaj was there in the house, and what was the name of Tukaram Maharaj's wife? Auri. Her name was Auri. So what happens, once she had to go for some function, and she gets ready. She wants to go for bath. Now she goes in the bathroom for taking bath, and she has only one sari with her. Tukaram Maharaj couldn't afford any sari for her. So she used to only wear one sari. And now she went into the bathroom and she was now taking bath. And that sari which was there, she hung it on the wall of the bathroom. And she had no clothes. And she was taking bath. And then that time one old lady came to Tukaram Maharaj's house and she was begging. So Tukaram Maharaj asked, what do you want? So she said, I don't have any proper sari to wear. Can you give some sari? Tukaram Maharaj came inside the house. You are searching any sari? Is there any sari? He saw one sari where?
Wall of bathroom.
On the wall of bathroom. Sari. And he took that sari and gave that sari to that old lady. That old lady took the sari and she was very happy, Tukaram Maharaj, and then she went. Tukaram Maharaj knew, my God, That was the only sari I think she has. And he also went out of the house because he knew now there is trouble coming. So he also went to Bhandara Dongar and started. Now who was in trouble? It's Audi, and people were going to the function, some celebration was there, and they were telling to Audi that, hey Audi, come quickly. She said, you go ahead, I am coming. And she understood what has happened. The sari which she kept that missing. Now she had no clothes at all. My God, she was in so anxiety, it's a big trouble. And she understood exactly what happened. That this rascal, my husband, he has given my sari in donation. My God, I will now beat him thoroughly when I get out. But how should I get out? She starts crying and intensely cursing Tukaram Maharaj, cursing that Kalya, Vitya. She curses Lord also, she curses Tukaram Maharaj also, she curses her fortune also, destiny also. She's crying, she cannot do anything. And then who is in anxiety now?
Supreme Lord.
Oh, Lord is in anxiety. My God, he says, if I don't do something, then she will kill only my Tukaram Maharaj. So Lord himself, what he does? He just like Lord wears pitambar, he gets another nice pitambar like what he wears, and that he puts on the wall of the bathroom. And when she says, my God, pitambar is a golden sari. Oh, chunky, ekdam such opulent she had never seen. It was like so bright, effulgent like sun. And she is so happy. And she says, this is because of my Mangalai. I worship Durga, I worship Mangalai. So because of her, she has given this. And she takes that, she wears, and when she goes out, all everybody is looking at her only. You know? And they are thinking, "Arey, we thought you are very poor, but you have a lot of opulence. A nice sari, this sari is so effulgent, you are looking so beautiful." And then she like that goes. So Tukaram Maharaj was also transcendental like Lord Shiva. So you don't be transcendental like Lord Shiva or Tukaram Maharaj. But this we can hear and relish how these people are so transcendental. So Lord Shiva, he although he stays in poverty, but his devotees are fully in opulence because he is the master of all the elements. Na? But Lord Krishna, he doesn't give opulence to his devotees because he's concerned. If I give opulence, then what will happen? Then my devotees may go away. They may leave devotional service. So Lord gives his devotees only what they need, not what they want. And when Lord wants to show special mercy to a devotee, then what Lord does?
He will remove everything.
He
Harish
takes the opulences out.
Yeah. So who wants special mercy amongst all of you? Please raise the hand. You want mercy or not?
If we are brahmachari like you, we will ask Prabhu.
What?
If we are brahmachari like you, we will ask that special mercy.
You want mercy or you want special mercy?
Mercy only.
Okay, let me take the count. How many of you want mercy? You can raise hand. Hey, mercy also nahi you want. Mercy means you will get nice opulence. You will stay in opulence. Okay, some of you raise hands. And how many of you want special mercy? Oh, Sudarshan Vasudev Prabhu raise hand. Special mercy, huh? Haribol? You are sure, huh?
His consciousness is already prepared for that, to receive that.
Oh, really? Amazing.
Our consciousness not prepared.
Don't worry. Those who are not prepared, Lord will not give special mercy, although we ask. Lord knows whom to give what test.
We are work in progress, Prabhu. Consciousness under.
I am also a work in progress.
Prabhuji, Lord will not, Yogashamam Mahamaham, he has told. So he'll take care.
Yeah. For whom? Ananyas
Ananya
Chintayantoma.
Ananya Chindayandama. Ananya Chindayandama,
Yeah.
ye jana
Tappari
ye
upasate.
jana
Pariyupase tesham nityabhuttanam yogasyavam. So the qualification is ananyash chintayantumam. One who thinks of Krishna 24 hours. For him, Lord will carry what they lack, and Lord will provide what they lack, and He will carry what they have. You know? But we have to think whether we are ananyash chintayantumam. So of course, Lord will take test according to the. So devotees, Lord's and devotees relationship is very special. Lord will give according to his capacity. So if Lord thinks that if I give opulence too much to this person, he may go away, then Lord may not give. But Lord feels that by giving him some opulence, he may come, then Lord may give. So Lord sees how he will come near and near and near to me. Accordingly, he will give. But for demigods, it's not like that. Demigods ko kaisa hai? You worship demigods, they will give whether it's good for you or not good for you. So Prabhupada gives the example of just like a shopkeeper. You go to the shopkeeper and a small child, suppose he's 10 years old, and he goes to the shopkeeper and he gives money and says that, please give me chocolate. Will the shopkeeper give? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's getting money. He will give, whether it's good for child or I don't know. But same if he goes to Papa and says, Papa, I want chocolate. Papa will give what? He'll give. You'll not get any chocolate. Shut up. So because father knows what is good for him, he will give what he needs.
But today's fathers are not like that, Prabhuji.
What they will do?
If the child asks for one chocolate, they will give 10.
Really, yeah? I don't know.
Spoiled, Prabhuji. Fathers are spoiled, children are also spoiled.
In Kanaya Desh, they have made a lot of advancement, I think. So, yeah. So, the children nowadays, they don't want to chase.
Generally say.
Asha, general. Okay.
The world is changing.
One of the symptoms of Kali Yuga also, parents will give extra care and spoil children.
Yeah, that I have seen.
That
symbol
was given by a guy licking its calf and making it wound.
Acha, the story is there, eh? Oh, I have seen. Gaurang was telling in US and there, you cannot raise your hand on the child. If you raise, then they have the which number 999, right? And then you just dial that
911.
911.
Yes.
Okay, 911. So if you dial that, then if child dials, then the police comes. They can take the child away from you. And they say, child, you are not eligible to have a child. Who is there? Yes, question? Yes, Mataji. What is the question? You have a question?
Maybe my mistake, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Saubhagyavati Mataji, your raised hand. Want to ask something?
Okay. So, yeah. So the children, but during our time when we were growing, our teachers would beat us, our parents will beat us so many times. How many of you have got beating from the parents? Nice beating. Everybody?
Almost all, bro.
Everybody. Our teacher once in the school, he beat us with jhadu. Jhadu say. Parents were angry. But in general, yeah, nowadays they are spoiled, as some are saying. So you have to be careful. Anyways, so our discussion was about the Lord and his devotees. So Lord is like a loving and caring father. So Lord will not give what is dangerous for the child. But the demigods are like that. Demigods will give anything and everything, whatever they they want. So they are hardly concerned about that. So recently, I went for that yatra. And I said this Maharashtra yatra with some devotees from different places, NRIs, from US and Australia, and some devotees had gone for a yatra. In that, one of the child of one devotee, he recently passed away. So what happened? He was like 15, 16 years old. They had come to India, Mumbai, they were in the house, and the child was that boy was taking bath in the bathroom. They have this gas geyser, you know, gas geyser. When the gas geyser they started, and then the gas geyser actually emits some carbon monoxide, right? You take. So there, he inhaled that and he fell unconscious there in the bathroom. Then his mother took and then to the hospital, and then for 14, 15 days he was in coma only. And then yesterday or something he passed away. We got a message. So disciple of His Holiness Vedvyas Priya Swami Maharaj, we take yatra. You have heard of these devotees? They have a group of devotees, 100, 150 devotees. They come from different places. Disciples of Vedvyas Priya Swami Maharaj. Maharaj comes there sometimes to Gulf.
Not here, bro. In our Gulf, no. Here,
No,
no.
no?
Wait, no.
Okay, okay. His disciples, they are not there.
No, no, not here.
Okay. So I know them because we go for yatra. So 2 days back, so their parents were so much crying, crying, and crying. I was thinking how much parents love the child. And the child passes away. It's like such a unbelievable thing. And so for them to imagine also is difficult. I could see how much there is that thick relationship between parents and the child. The child passed away in such a condition, terrible condition. I was just thinking of that one. That is going in the mind. The innocent child. So anyway, parents love the child so much, and they will do anything for the child. So like that is the relationship of the Lord with the devotees. Lord loves his devotees so much, so he will give only what they need. But the demigods are not like that. So here you will see the story of Rikasur. So Lord Shiva or Brahma, they give benediction like that only, without thinking. When did Lord Brahma gave some benediction without thinking, and then it created trouble?
Hiranyakashipu.
Ravan, Ravan,
Ravan.
Hiranyakashipu.
Yeah, Ravan, Hiranyakashipu. And when these three brothers were doing this Ravan, Kumbhakarna, Vibhishan, and this who was
Three you covered, Prabhu. All the three told. Ravan, Kumbhakarna, Vibhishan.
they were doing
Three
tapasya.
brothers.
They were doing tapasya, and then Brahma appeared there, and then Brahma asked similar benediction like Hiranyakashipu. That I should not be killed here, I should not be killed there, this, that. But he forgot to ask that this Vanar, Vanar and human beings, they cannot kill me. Means that he forgot to ask. He thought that these monkeys, how can they kill me? And how humans can kill me? For me to ask, that is insult. So he didn't ask. बाकी सबसे immunity मांगा, लेकिन इन दोनों से immunity नहीं मांगा. You saw that video of I made animation of Vanar, Lord Ram's.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. How to control?
How many monkeys were there in Lord Ram's army?
And something called crores.
Uncountable. 100 crore Maha Og monkeys. How many have seen the video? Which I sent, I think, on the group once. So that an animation company they made. That was nice. So, anyways, yeah, thank you. So the point is, this so Ravana asked this benediction, and then this Vibhishan, then Kumbhakarna. And Kumbhakarna, now he was so powerful already, then all demigods thought, my God, what will happen if he gets more benediction? So now he wanted to ask Nityatvam. Nityatvam means eternally living. No dying. Nityatvam. But then Saraswati sat on the tongue of Kumbhakaran. And when Brahmaji asked, what do you want? So instead of saying Nityatvam, he said Nidratvam. Haribo. Brahmaji immediately said, Tathastu Haribo. Locked it. And he said, my God, how I said Nidratvam? Let me sleep. And then Tathastu and Brahma went to next candidate. And Vibhishan, and he asked, let me get pure devotional service. He asked, like that. So Brahmaji, he doesn't think, क्या किसको क्या देना है. And Hiranyakashipu he gave. Later Lord Narsinghdev, when he appeared, he chastised Brahma. That give benediction after thinking. Don't give without thinking benediction. थोड़ा सोचा करो. Like that Narsinghdev chastises him. So this Brahma and then Shiva gave to whom? Then he himself is repenting.
Bhaumasur. Bhasmasur.
Bhasmasur here. Vrikasur. So now he himself is in trouble. So Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, he himself comes as a small Brahmin boy. And then he says, hey, Vrikasur, you don't know. Lord Shiva, sometimes he tells lies also. You better taste on yourself. Now Lord's Vani or the words are so sweet that he is immediately believed it. Directly put. If Lord wants to bewilder somebody, Lord can do that. Where else the Lord bewilders the asuras?
Mohini Murti.
Mohini Murti also. You see? So, what demigods cannot solve, there then Lord finally comes and helps even demigods, even Lord Shiva. We have to understand that how Lord Vishnu is very special. He is not one of the demigods. Even when Lord Shiva is in trouble, then he also goes to Vishnu. Lord Vishnu has to come finally. So, do you know the story of that Markande? Markande Muni, he
Yes.
was a small boy, right? And when he was born, no, he gets a curse, right? He gets a curse from Brahma that you will die in 7 days, right? So then he was very much afraid. Now in 7 days I will die. So this boy was quite young, and he now gets a curse from Brahma that he will die in 7 days. So he starts worshipping Lord Shiva, and he makes a Shivalinga and starts worshipping Shiva greatly, ardently. He doesn't want to die. He's so much afraid. And then he worships daily, so intensely. And then finally the 7th day comes. And then, because Brahmaji has now told 7 din mein mrityu, so who comes there?
Yamraj.
Yamraj. Sakshat Yamraj come and he stands and says, Abhi samay ho gaya tumhara, chalo. He is so afraid. When he sees Yamraj, he goes and embraces the Shivlinga only. No, I don't know. He embraces Shivlinga. Then Lord Shiva appears from there. He says, who is this? Who is trying to take away my devotee? And Yamraj says, Dekho, his time is over. I am going to take. Lord Shiva says, how dare you? He is my devotee. How can you take? So Lord Shiva, what he does, he takes the Trishul and throws at Yamraj. And when the Trishul hits Yamraj, Yamraj dies. Can you imagine? Yamraj dying. And both are Mahajan. Lord Shiva and Yamraj. One Mahajan killing another Mahajan. Haribo. And then there was so much chaos all over the universe. Sorry, Yamraj has died, Yamraj has died, Yamraj has died, Yamraj has died. Everybody. And then everybody comes there, all the demigods. Abhi kya karna hai? Yamraj dying means nobody will die. There's a problem. Then Lord Vishnu also comes. So then Lord Vishnu, he tries to settle the thing. He says, wait. Now this thing has become complicated. These are murder case. So he says, wait. So first of all, he says, what happened? So Brahma also comes. Brahma says, see, I have given my word that this child is going to die after 7 days. So मेरा वचन तो सही होना चाहिए. Lord Shiva says, no, he has taken my shelter. He cannot die. दोनों को satisfy करना है. So then Lord what he says? Okay, Brahma ji, this child will die in 7 days as per your words, but those 7 days means your 7 days. Brahma ji ke साथ दिन. That means 7 days of Brahma means how much? Each day is how many years?
7,000, 7 kalpas.
No. I am asking years. One
Means
day.
1,000 into 14 Chaturyugas.
Yeah, see, that is 8.6.
2,000 into 7 Chaturyugas. Exactly.
It comes to 8.6 billion years. 1 day of Brahma. You see? 8.6 billion years means 1 day and night. So like that into 7. Then Lord Shiva is also happy. Okay, ठीक. 7 दिन इतना बड़ा तो no problem. He is also happy. Brahma ji is also happy. His words are kept. And then Yamraj को भी फिर जिंदा कर देते Vishnu. He is also happy. He goes back. Everybody goes back. Everybody is happy. And thus Lord Vishnu solves the matter. So that is the difference between demigods and Lord. So Lord, he is above all demigods. What demigods they are not able to handle, then they also go to Lord Vishnu. So many times they go to Shwetadev and then they pray to Lord, please help, and then ultimately he does solve the problem. So Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and Lord Vishnu. Although we say Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, but Vishnu is very special amongst them. So Lord Shiva and Brahma, they are subordinate. So there are many kind of nowadays people who consider Lord Shiva as the supreme, and they criticize when we say that how Lord Krishna is supreme most, and they don't accept, and they will say various stories. One of the stories is that about the drinking of poison. The Samudra Manthan, who drank poison? What do you say?
Lord Shiva.
Oh, Lord Shiva. Your Krishna couldn't drink the poison. So what is your Krishna? How can you say he is the supreme most? Oh, Lord Shiva is the supreme most. I had put some video where how this Vrikasura story I had put on the channel. So many the Shiva Bhaktas got angry. They said, what is this? There are so many other incidences where Krishna took help of Lord Shiva when they were quoting something. So one thing is there. Then there is one incident of when Narsinghdev appeared. Do you know that when Narsinghdev appeared, who pacified Narsinghdev according to this Shiva Puran?
Yes, Prabhu, one of Shiv's avatar. It's in a form of a beast. This.
The beast. The beast becomes more angry than Narsinghdev. And he binds Narsinghdev and there's something, story is there. And then somebody came to Radheshankar and he was telling, what is this? How can Lord Shiva bind Narsinghdev? And he is becoming more angry than Narsinghdev to pacify Narsinghdev. So these are some of the incidences which can bewilder. And that's why these Shiva Bhaktas say Lord Shiva is supreme. Another thing what they tell, these other evidence they show how Lord Shiva is supreme.
Lord Ram actually he did Abhishek. It's Rameshwaram.
Rameshwaram. That this is it. Lord Ram, who is your Krishna, he did Abhishek, of Shiva, Lord Shiva. So who is supreme? Who is worshipping whom? This one they tell. Second one is this Narsinghdev, bound by Lord Shiva. And third one is poison. Lord Shiva drinking poison and Vishnu not drinking poison. So what you will tell if somebody asks you, Lord Shiva is supreme and not Lord Vishnu. Vishnu is subordinate. What will you say? Do you have any answer?
We will refer to Brahma and the Puranas in Sattva-guna. Puranas which are written for those who are in Sattva-guna. Out of 18 Puranas, some are for those who are in Tamagun, some are for Rajagun, and six each.
But this Bhagavad, it's in Bhagavatam only, the story of Lord Samudra Manthan. In that only this is there. Lord Shiva drank.
That is done to give the credit to Lord Shiva. Many times Lord give the credits to devotees.
That is you say like that. And they will say no, because Vishnu couldn't drink it. That's why he sent them to Lord Shiva. That is the reason.
Even Prabhu, Lord has taken benediction also from Lord Shiva. Like even as Lord Ram, he worshipped Lord Varuna for 3 days. So he does sometimes.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else who would like to answer? Anybody here who?
Only for Samudra Manthan or Prabhu, this is for that Abhishek. They say that the Lord sometimes will actually glorify his devotees, worship his devotees also. They say like that. So it's a pastime of the Lord worshipping his own devotee.
Okay.
That's
But
for
that's what
Lord
we
Ram.
say.
Yeah.
We say.
Yes.
But they say actually Vishnu is devotee of Lord Shiva. That's why Vishnu worshipped, Ram worshipped Shiva because he is devotee. Anybody here was Shiva Bhakta before? Then became Krishna.
Was thinking Shiva was the supreme, Prabhu. I was the Krishna Bhakta, but was thinking, I was misguided that by general reading that Lord Shiva was the supreme. It was the Krishna Bhakta, but this was the concept.
Acha. That's why your name is Sudarshan Vasudeva Prabhu. Sudarshan is the topmost weapon. How Sudarshan defeated which one? The weapon of Lord Shiva? There was fight. Shiva Jora and
yes, Banasur during Banasur protection
Banasur.
time.
Yeah. So we can also quote stories where where Lord defeated Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu. The most famous story we can quote is Bhrugu Muni testing. Bhrugu test. Right, na?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Bhrugu test, how Bhrugu wanted to test. So how Brahma failed, Lord Shiva failed, but who passed? Lord Vishnu. So anyways, we can try to convince, but these people are very adamant sometimes. They are not ready to get convinced. So we leave them. So there is eternally fight between Vaishnavas and Shaivites. That is going on since long time. And you know, in Nasik, in 18th century, when there was a Kumbh Mela, so that time the Kumbh Mela would be together. Means all Shaivites and Vaishnavas will be together. But there was certain fight between them over this philosophical argument. And how many were killed? Some 2,000 of some Vaishnavas and some Shaivites were killed in that Kumbh Mela. Can you imagine? And then from that time they separated. In Nasik, wherever there is Kumbh Mela, where the Vaishnava stays, and when the Shaiva, where Shaiva stays. You have been to Nasik anytime?
Yes, gone that way, Prabhu. Not not in detail, but fast to that.
I have been there, Prabhu.
So you have been there. But you know where the Shaiva stay?
Shani Shignapur.
Shani Shignapur. Who is speaking?
Shani Shignapur and Triambakeshwar temple.
Okay, so there Triambakeshwar is a place which is on the little height. There the Shaivite stays. And the Vaishnava stays there in Nasik. Now, henceforth, because there it was like a bloodshed. Anyways, So here the stories of Lord Shiva and his devotee. And this devotee is not actually devotee. He is asking benediction and wants to kill Lord Shiva and wants to marry Parvati, this Vrikasur. Actually, that was the reason he wanted to kill Shiva. And then ultimately Lord Shiva asked for help, and who helped this? Lord Vishnu, Krishna. Then there are other incidences where Lord Shiva's fight with, who was that Asura? Tripurasur, or then the Lord becomes cow and the calf, Brahma, and they drink that nectar. Remember? Who knows that story? Where there is a Tripurasur who is very powerful, and he had a lot of associates also. And then they bring Lord Shiva to kill. He kills many of the asuras, but when they are killed, Shukracharya, what he does, he puts them in the nectar, which is, they have a big swimming tank of nectar. He puts them and brings them back again. So Lord Shiva is killing and they are again getting up. So Lord Shiva gets frustrated. He said, nahi hoga, mujhse nahi hoga, ye Tripurasura and inka. Then who comes there? Who helps? I never heard this story.
But Tripurasura had Prabhu. There were in 3 cities, flying cities.
Same.
That is the name Tripurandak. One of gold, one silver, one and of iron. Yeah.
What was the name of the Asura? Tripurandak.
Yes, Kumbh Nigumbh, something like that.
Oh, anyways, but Lord Shiva also gets frustrated. Then Lord himself goes as a cow and Brahma goes as a calf. And they both go in front of everybody's nose. Under their nose, they go and drink the whole nectar there, which is in the swimming tank. And they finish it. And they just keep watching such innocent cow and calf. They have come and they're drinking. And nobody does anything. And then there is fight. And then they cannot get revived. So Lord, you see, wherever the demigods fall short, the Lord will come and help them. So we see the Lord's position. And Lord and his devotees, they are transcendental to the material elements. So Lord will see that how this person will come to me. And Lord Shiva, Brahma, they will give benediction. Doesn't matter. उनका कुछ नाश हो या कुछ भी हो, it doesn't matter. उन्होंने पूजा किया है, they will give. They are not concerned about the person. And neither the devotees are in love with Lord Shiva or Brahma. They also want something material. And they say Ravan was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. And what they say? Shakti dekhi lekin bhakti nahi dekhi. So they glorify Ravana. Do you know there are some temples of Ravana in South India, I heard. Is it true?
Yes, Prabhu. In Tamil Nadu it is there. I also heard.
My God. I was shocked. I made a video on that. I said there.
Sri Lanka it is there. Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. And South India also, I heard. In India also there are some temples. So
And some people's name is also Ravanan.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we went for one bus party in that village name was Ravangao. Anyways, so I made a video. So I said, this Ravan, they say bhakti, Shakti dekhi bhakti nahi. What kind of bhakti? If you see, Ravan once went to Kailash and he liked Kailash so much that he himself wanted to take Kailash away only.
Prabhuji, he even longed for Mother Uma, Mother Parvati.
My God.
Yes.
So that is the bhakta. And they say bhakti nahi dekhi. What is this bhakti? Ye bhakti hai tumhari. So the bhaktas of Lord Shiva, they are not actually concerned about Lord Shiva, and he is like our master and loving devotional service. Loving devotional service. So this Ravan, they say he was great bhakta of Shiva. So he wanted to take Kailash and he lifted also Kailash little bit. And Lord Shiva understood this rascal, he wanted to do Kailash. And he pressed his leg and his hand got stuck under the Kailash. And then he left actually. So that is Ravana. And so the devotees of Lord Shiva, they are actually not concerned about the person. So, but a devotee and Lord Krishna, that their relationship is so sweet. They only want pleasure of Krishna. They don't want to exploit Krishna. They want to give Krishna, give Krishna, give Krishna. We see back there, Mother Yashoda. She is so much concerned that how can I give Krishna and make him happy. So that is what kind of difference it is. A demigod worshipper and a worshipper of Lord Krishna. There's such a huge difference in consciousness. So Vikasur, Ravana and all these, they worship Brahmaji or Lord Shiva only to get some benediction, and ultimately they want to destroy their worshipable Lord only or exploit. So, but we never think of like that. We want to only see smile on Krishna's face. And we see how the gopis or Yashoda, they chastise Krishna and Krishna gets great pleasure. So the relationship between devotees of Krishna and Krishna is very, 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 very sweet. And Lord Prabhupada writes, there is a tender dealing between the Lord and his devotees. The tender means very sensitive and very loving dealings. But that is not observed in the case of demigod worshippers. Even the worshipper of Indra, Chandra, and then Ganesh, they want some benefit, ulterior motive. And when that is done, we don't want it. Then they will leave the worship also. So that is unfortunate situation. So they are not actually bhakta. So that's what in this chapter it is discussed. What is the difference between demigod worshipper and actually the worshipper of Lord Vishnu or Krishna. So we have to see that how we can actually enhance our bhakti to Lord. That also has different levels. First is fear. Then second is desire. Third is duty. And fourth is
Love.
love. So even within Krishna Bhakta also, when we become Krishna's devotee, then in that also we have to rise from fear, then desire, then duty, and out of love. So like that, if we reach that highest stage, that gives the greatest pleasure. Savai pumso para dharmo yato bhaktir adakshaje ahetuki apratiyatah yatma suprasidati. What gives the highest pleasure to the soul is ahetuki apratiyata bhakti. Means only Krishna arthe akila cheshta. Means doing all activities for pleasure of Krishna. That gives the highest pleasure. So that we should try to achieve. Demigod worship में तो वो हो ही नहीं सकता. That is not possible at all. Okay. So thank you so much for your. Prabhuji is here. Our Madan Mohan Prabhu. He is our backbone of our program.
Hare Krishna.
He arranges everything. He goes alone and does all the setup and everything. I trouble him a lot. And he was also in Kuwait for some time when he was manager in L&T. Once he gave class also. So I am grateful to him for giving this facility for our classes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we'll end here.
Yes, bro. Thank you very much, bro.
Back to temple. Whole day I am giving class. This is the 4th class I am giving. I am tired, and tomorrow again 4 classes are there, Sunday. So I take your leave and we'll meet again next Saturday. Haribo.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
We'll express our gratitude to Prabhu for giving this nectarian class. Hare, by chanting the Shelter of Holy Name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
So please inform me of the situation there. So someday we'll come to Kuwait. Haribol.
Sure.
If Lord desires. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you so much.